We went to the club, we got drunk, she agreed to go back to my house, we started having sex, and then we carried on having sex, and then we had sex, and she didn't say anything wrong, and then she texted me afterwards, and I didn't text back, and now she's saying I raped her.
Andrew Tate's mansion being raided.
Oh, Jesus. All right, chat. It's time for us to do it. It's time for us to review the debate. The Andrew Tate versus Hasan debate. This thing is stupid, but it's kind of funny. I'm not going to lie. It's kind of funny. So I didn't watch the original debate, so this is going to be fresh for me too. I missed it. So let's jump in, watch it together. Before I do that, don't forget there's 2 debates. Well, then make sure you get me link me the second part. All right, are you ready, chat? Be right back. This is a little bit of candy. It's a little bit of fun. Let's transition to this.
Andrew, I've seen some of your work as you're doing the rounds on Twitch here, and a lot of the things that you said that you've been called out on, specifically in regards to like women driving, as a matter of fact, are just generally untrue. There's no empirical evidence to back up those claims, which is why you resort to anecdotes quite frequently and say things like, oh, well, it's just common sense, right? But it's not technically common sense. It's just your personal opinion.
Completely. It's my personal opinion based on my personal biases of my life experience. Now, when I say these, exactly. And when I say these things, X amount of people agree with me and X amount of people disagree with me. That's fine, and that's the same of nearly any statement in the world.
Okay,
I
but
can say the world is round, and there'll be a percentage of people who disagree with me. That's totally and utterly fine. I come on here and talk about my own personal experiences, and my experiences, men are better drivers than women. I'm not saying there's no good female drivers. I'm not saying a female can't.
No. You're misunderstanding what I'm saying. There is a truth, and then there is your own personal experiences backed by anecdotes, right? Or your own personal opinion backed by anecdotes from your own personal experiences. Now, your own personal experiences are oftentimes going to be incorrect and not close to the reality. That's why there's an entire field of statistical analysis. That's why we do empirical. That's why we rely on empirical evidence when we're making decisions. Why? Because we all carry a bunch of personal biases. And when we analyze situations, we do not have enough scope to grasp the entirety of the situation. We cannot comprehend it with our human brains.
Bro, listen,
which is why when it comes to women driving, it's a funny point because the truth is different. The truth is the exact opposite.
No, listen. First things first. There's lies, there's damn lies, and there's statistics. I'm sure you've heard that from Mark Twain. That's the first thing. The second thing is that you're deriving.
You can massage numbers, but
you're deriving your truth from an internet study. That's fine. You can derive your truth from.
Hasan is deriving his truth from evidence? I mean, like, it's just a fact, dude. See, the thing is, psychologically, people think dudes are better drivers because dudes have more confidence in their driving. Women are more willing to display their anxiety and their nervousness about driving, whereas dudes, as part of their masculinity, have to assert confidence, and they take more risks because of toxic masculinity. This is the reality of how things really work. And so you have to look at actual population level data, and you find, oh, it turns out that men are fucking worse drivers than women. They speed more, they crash more. This is just a fact.
From an internet study on a bunch of different things. The truth of life is the truth that you experience as an individual. That is the only truth that we all live within. You live within your truths, I live within my truths, because these are the truths I've experienced as an individual.
This is pure fucking relativism. Wow, this is incredibly small brain shit. The truth is whatever we experience in our personal truth. Jesus Christ, no wonder he's a conservative. This happens after they kick Hasan out. All right, hold on.
If certain things happen to you over and over and over and over and over again.
Why isn't he wearing a shirt? Why the fuck isn't he wearing a shirt? You're in your podcast studio with no shirt? What the fuck is he doing? He's trying to look like a scuffed Oscar statue. Wait, is the guy in the other chair his fucking sex doll? Like, what is this?
Truth on the internet says it's not true. That doesn't mean that your experiences are any less real. So if you to come here and say the internet says X, especially
your experiences can be real. You could be a statistical anomaly, as a matter of fact. You can be one of those people, but more often than not, I want
to talk to you because I keep letting you talk and you're finishing your point and I'm trying to talk. So
okay, go ahead.
I'm going to. The fact that you're going on the internet, finding some study and saying that this is the truth, especially after the age of COVID and all the fucking truth we were told with that garbage, you want to sit here and say, oh, the internet said X. I'm sure the internet did. I'm talking about my personal experiences, and some people agree with me and some people do not. That is perfectly fine. don't give a fuck if people agree with me or otherwise. People are listening to me and they're either agreeing
I know,
with me
but
or
you're
not.
still wrong, and that's the problem.
I disagree with you.
Do you want to be right, or do you want to keep speaking into a hug box where people agree with you, and
Prove to
then
me I'm wrong.
well, if you just completely devalue empirical evidence, actuarial sciences, the entirety of the insurance industry that relies.
Behind the wheel, women are safer drivers than men. Compared with women, male drivers of cars and vans were involved in twice as many fatal accidents. The study in injury prevention found that per mile traveled, trucks and buses were involved in the largest number of fatalities involving others on the road. And motorcycles were about twice as dangerous to other road users as cars. Bicycle riders were involved in the fewest fatalities to other people. But compared with women, male drivers of cars and vans had twice the rate of fatal accidents per mile driven. Male truck drivers had about 4 times the rate of women truckers.
Hi, Chad.
And men driving motorcycles almost 12 times the rate of women motorcyclists. For bus drivers and bicycle riders, there was little difference between the sexes. So there it is, chat. Right there, clear as crystal, per mile driven. That is, men shouldn't be allowed to drive. I mean, Jesus.
Eyes on making these sorts of calculations to ensure that these quotes are as profitable as possible, which ends up charging men higher rates than women, as a statistical likelihood that men are more dangerous drivers than women across the board and get into more car accidents across the board. If you're going to look at all of that and say it doesn't matter because that does not correspond to my own personal experiences, then you're silly. You're being silly. You're being a silly person. If everyone thought like you did, right, we would have no scientific achievements on this planet. We would still be living inside of fucking caves. As much as I love Liver King personally, I don't think that that would be a good planet to live on. I'm pretty happy for, I don't know, all the medical achievements, all the scientific achievements that we have reached. And at the heart of all of that, all of those accomplishments lies an understanding of arriving at the truth through empirical evidence.
You done?
Yeah.
Cool. In my personal experiences,
Andrew Tate may be one of the dumbest motherfuckers I've ever seen. He's toxically stupid. I think he got punched in the head too much, but not quite enough. Like, it seems like he got punched in the head just too many times. Now, Chad, this is not a threat of violence or anything. He was a professional kickboxer. And unfortunately, when you have repetitive impacts to your head, it can cause CTE, which is a brain disease. Because I think you would have to have some sort of brain disease to think everyone has their own personal truth. Jesus Christ.
All of the car crashes I've been involved in, all the times my car was hit, and all the negative experience I've had on the road.
All the car crashes I've been in? How many crashes? How many crashes? Oh, yeah, you know, dude. Women are worse drivers. I know that from all the car crashes I've been in. What?
That is, now you can sit here and say the insurance claims say that. I never said the insurance claims don't say that. I'm saying that I am not comfortable with women driving because of my personal experience. Those are my personal experiences. You can drag up all the empirical evidence in the world you want to try and drag up. Anyone with a brain knows how that aids the world agendas anyway. I don't want to go too political on a stream that's going to get taken down.
Wait, empirical evidence aids the world agenda? This is actually one of the dumbest things. I didn't watch this yet. I put Hasan demolishes Tate in my title because other people said he did. I actually haven't watched it yet. So this is my fresh, authentic reaction. He's dumber than I thought. He's shockingly stupid. Like, legitimately one of the dumbest motherfuckers on the planet. Holy shit. He's stupid.
So I'm not saying that I can't find a female race car driver. I'm not saying that.
That's not what I'm saying either. I'm not talking about like statistical anomalies. I'm straight up talking about the overwhelming amount of evidence that suggests that women are more careful drivers than men. Okay? And therefore better drivers.
That's because women are just trying to get from point A to point B. I hate to speak generically about a gender in a block way, but let me just put it this way. Instead of talking about women, let me talk about men. Men have toxic masculinity, and they think doing reckless shit means that they're tough and fearless. And so they make mistakes and crash more. They also are more willing to experience and express road rage. This is just a fact, and it's a scientific fact. It all comes back to how toxic masculinity, like Andrew Tate, kills people. This dude is so fucking up his own ass about his masculinity that he's literally killing people, and people like him. The moment you could be like, my masculinity is what I say it is. Notice that he says personal truth, and then he goes around and talks about what alpha male is or isn't. Why is there a objective alpha male, Tate, but not an objective evidence about driving safety? How come you can say you have an objective standard of beauty and masculinity, but you don't have an objective standard about whether women crash more than men? He contradicts himself in his very existence. He's brain dead.
Than men. You keep resorting back to your personal anecdotes. So let me walk you through this, right?
Brother,
do you agree that human beings have biases?
Do me a favor.
Okay. But hey, I respected your time. Do you want to answer my question? Do you believe that human beings have biases?
Oh, absolutely. We're all biased.
Okay.
Completely.
Do you think that those biases might cloud your judgment?
It's not about clouding judgment.
Not just your personal not just your own personal judgment. Do you think our biases might cloud our personal judgment?
I think every single person on earth is biased and lives within a biased
absolutely.
reality.
That's absolutely true. If you agree with me on both of those accounts, you understand that your anecdotes, your own personal accumulation of information, is going to be clouded by your own personal biases. So you're not going to be able to assess the information adequately in the same way that empirical evidence would. This is precisely why we look at data rather than make arguments around our... Wait, let me finish. Come on.
I understand what you're saying.
This is precisely why we do that.
We've went over the same point like 5 times here.
Everyone's saying kick you. You're long-winded the point. You're saying that the empirical evidence is saying X, so it doesn't matter what my personal experience is. That's fine. My point is, let me change it. Let's say that the empirical evidence says that
the top two kids are teenager streamers for Fortnite trying to get views from Tate coming on their stream. The girl on the top right is underage and dating the dude she's next to. These are Fortnite kids being shown this shit? Jesus. He's holed up in Eastern Europe to avoid sex trafficking laws and is dealing with the EU heat wave without good AC. Nice.
A pit bull is more likely to bite you than a Dalmatian. But in your life experience, every time you went near a Dalmatian, it bit you, and a pit bull never did. Are you going to go up to a Dalmatian still completely and go, oh, it's fine, completely unbiased because the empirical evidence says X when you're covered in scars? No. You're going to say, Dalmatians bite me for some reason, and I'm not comfortable around Dalmatians. That's called human nature. Okay. So I'm telling you my personal experiences, and I don't care. I understand your point.
Okay, even if that's true. Oh, my God. He's so fucking stupid. You wouldn't go, okay, by the way, he's using the breed thing, which is like pit bulls are more dangerous than Dalmatians, blah, 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 blah. Even if that's true, you wouldn't make regulations on Dalmatians if you were getting, you would understand, hey, I'm not the person to be making regulations on dog breeds because I have a bias against Dalmatians because I've run into a couple bad Dalmatians. I was the statistical outlier. Well, no shit. You wouldn't go out there and say you know that Dalmatians are more risky than pit bulls for everyone in all circumstances. Jesus Christ, he's brain dead. He's absolutely fucking brain dead.
Empirical evidence says X. Women in this country can do X. I completely get that. Secondly, it's also country by country because you're only talking about America because you're American and you don't see outside of the world. That's fine.
I'm Turkish, actually. I grew up in Turkey.
That's not the point. That's not the point I'm making. The point I'm making is I'm uncomfortable with a woman driving. And if you actually ask most women, if it gets late at night or it starts getting dark or it starts raining heavily or the
That's why women don't fucking get as many crashes, because those are all places where you should be more cautious when it's late at night, when it's raining heavily, when there's heavy traffic. Those are riskier times to drive, dummy. So women are rightfully on guard. You're saying in your personal experience, women are more prudent when it comes to driving. You're disproving your own point. Oh my God, he's actually stupid. He's legitimately stupid.
I'm uncomfortable with a woman driving. And if you actually ask most women, if it gets late at night or it starts getting dark or it starts raining heavily or the parking gets difficult, they usually ask the man to drive themselves. I know many women who do that.
Oh, give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. Give me a fucking break. I know many women. Oh yeah, okay. I know many women defense. Good argument, idiot. I honestly can't figure out why this garbage is getting so much attention from my lefty boys. The reason why it's getting ergonomics, the reason why it's getting attention, and I don't usually pay attention to the Twitch meta. The reason why this is getting attention is because some of the biggest streamers on the platform have brought Andrew Tate on their fucking shows. And we're including like non-political video game Andys and shit. So yeah, those of us who have a political bent need to fucking react and do something to push back against this piece of shit. I can't just let him run wild on the biggest streams on the platform and not say anything. This got like 80K on the mainstream and at least 150K total viewers across Twitch. Exactly. This is one of the most important streams of the year, unfortunately. So yeah, we got to talk about it.
That they're not offended by my assumption. I know loads of women who go, oh, I don't want to park, you park it. Loads, there's not a bad thing about it. Who gives a shit, right? It's not even a big deal. You've come on here deciding you really want to stick up for the chicks and maybe, you know, one of them will drive over to your house. It's cool. We've got better things to talk about.
I look, let's be real. I don't think I need to be a male feminist to be able to attract women, okay? However, having said that, that was a funny implication. Having said that, you are failing to recognize what I am trying to say. I walked you through these steps slowly but surely. The thing is, the Dalmatian example that you gave is great because you are creating now a hypothetical scenario in which you want your opponent to concede. I can do the exact same thing and say, well, in my personal experience, Dalmatians never bite, or pit bulls never bite, whichever one you thought was the more aggressive breed, right? In my personal experience, what if in a million times that I have bred pit bulls or been around pit bulls, not a single one of them has ever been aggressive? We will never be able to arrive at a meaningful solution or a resolution to this conversation.
Yeah, I got the other one.
If we're both operating on personal anecdotes and hypotheticals. That is not how you can conduct an appropriate debate.
Good. So now you're saying the thing I just said. I have my own biases, my personal experiences.
That's not what he said, you stupid. He's unbelievably fucking stupid. That's not what Hasan is saying. Hasan is saying that we can't just go by anecdotes when we make this, when we try to arrive at increases of knowledge. In society, knowledge gives utility, meaning our lives get better if we know true things and we don't believe false things. Like, I'll give you an example. In the beginning of medicine, they didn't believe in germ theory. They didn't understand that there was a thing called germs, literal organisms that transmit disease, right? And one of the things that they would do, early doctors, they would do autopsies on corpses. And then they would immediately go, fresh from doing an autopsy on a corpse, and they would go right and they would birth babies from women. They'd go from the morgue to the maternity ward. And what happened is one of these doctors found that twice as many women were dying at the hospital than were dying from traditional midwives giving birth in barns and shit. And he was like, how are women who are being ministered to by doctors dying at such a high rate compared to midwives in barns? And he said, I have an idea. How about this? Before you give birth, you help a woman give birth, you wash your hands. You wash your hands. Well, he put in a program of hand washing with soap and water. And it turned out that the deaths among women in births drastically declined, so that the doctors were actually performing better than the midwives at this point. Just a little bit better. Midwives still did pretty well. Well, when he came forward with this scientific discovery, a bunch of doctors were like this Andrew Tate motherfucker. And they put him in a fucking psychiatric ward. They ruined his career. And they went back to giving birth without washing their fucking hands. This is a true story. Now, eventually we figured out germs and he was exonerated and all those things. In history, we could look back at that's a case of science versus idiocy. So there's God knows how many women died horrible deaths from an infection from corpse germs. So we know these stories. We tell ourselves these stories so that we stop doing dumbass shit. The fact that this motherfucker has a platform at all is absolutely devastatingly scary. Jesus, he's fucking stupid.
I say them. Some people disagree and some people agree, and I don't care. You now come along.
But you're still wrong, though, because I'm not operating on.
And here's the study. Here's the Wikipedia page if you want to learn more. His name is Ignaz Semmelweis. He was a Hungarian physician and scientist known as an early pioneer of antiseptic procedures. Described as the savior of mothers, Semmelweis discovered that the incidence of puerperal fever, also known as childbed fever, could be drastically reduced by requiring hand disinfection in obstetrical clinics. He proposed the practice of washing hands with chlorinated lime solutions while working in Vienna's General Hospital. where doctors' wards had 3 times the mortality of midwife wards. Despite various publications of results where hand washing reduced mortality to below 1%, Semmelweis's observations conflicted with established scientific and medical opinions of the time, and his ideas were rejected by the medical community. He could offer no acceptable scientific explanation for his findings, and some doctors were offended at the suggestion they should wash their hands and mocked him for it. In 1865, the increasingly outspoken Semmelweis supposedly suffered a nervous breakdown and was committed to an asylum by his colleagues. In the asylum, he was beaten by the guards. He died 14 days later from a gangrenous wound on his right hand that may have been caused by the beating. Damn, it was even worse than I remembered. So people like this scumbag Andrew Tate, really make the world a worse fucking place.
Biases when I talk about women driving. I'm talking about the empirical evidence. I might have personally thought women are worse at driving than men as well. But once you arrive at, once you look at the evidence and you realize that said evidence suggests something else, you're probably not going to continue believing the prior thing that you believed, right?
We went over the same point like 5 times, and I think we're just.
I know, but it's just weird because I can't I can't break through Andrew's.
I understand your point. You're saying that even if I thought
here.
We're losing the girl.
No, exactly. I want to talk to her. He's saying even if I thought women were worse drivers,
I love how he's like, "You're a simp, you're a simp," and then he's like, "Let me talk to the girl, please. Let me talk to the girl, please." These fucking dudes, man. This is what it is. This is what it is. This is also why, chat, in case if you don't know, why large streamers just put women around them. Because if you could get an attractive woman near you, suddenly your opinions matter more to teenage boys. Because you must be right, because an attractive woman is paying attention to you. I mean, so much stupidity is fucking based on this very, very fucking basic fact. Incredibly stupid. The Miskiff method, exactly. Fucking embarrassing. She's also underage? Yeah, exactly. The fucking creep, man. He's a fucking creep. He's a fucking creep.
Evidence, and I'm so smart that I ignore my own eyes and ears and believe what the internet tells me. That's what he's coming along.
That's not what I'm asking you to do, my friend.
I'm sure you're double vaccinated. It all makes sense to me now. You
Triple
believe
X.
what you're told to believe. You don't believe your own eyes. You don't believe your own ears. And that's what you're going to sit here and talk about empirical evidence that you found on Google. Cool. If you believe everything that's on Google, that is your prerogative, my friend. And if you think that makes you sound smart in the modern world after the 3 years we've just been through, to say that I read a piece of paper that tells me to believe X, so I believe X, and I ignore my own personal experiences. And you think
I'm
that
not
makes you
asking
sound
you to ignore your own personal experiences. I'm simply asking you to look at the data.
So let's change the subject because you've just proven your point.
Okay. Andrew, do you believe? Well, you didn't really prove anything, but it's
Jesus Christ, his point was fucking brain dead. I mean, that didn't even arrive at a point. Like, legitimately, if I ever said anything that fucking stupid, I'm about to say something TOS. If I'm ever that dumb, please take me behind the shed like Old Yeller, okay? Jesus Christ.
cool. Do you believe the Earth is flat, or do you believe the Earth is spherical, round?
Aldi has his headphones on.
Yeah, oh, he took his headphones off?
He gets very stressed sometimes, and
yeah, it's cool. It's
he gets stressed and takes his headphones off and smokes a cigar. Whenever his masculinity is challenged, he has to do some sort of like gesture of like, I'm a man, I'm smoking a cigar. I did that too when I was 18. Jesus, what a loser.
Important, sometimes you can't take the heat. Sometimes you can't take the heat, so you gotta get out of the kitchen a little bit. Andrew, do you believe the Earth is flat or round?
Guy, thanks for the 7 months.
Globe.
Round.
You believe it's round, right? But when you walk outside, it feels like it's flat.
Brother, and I
it looks flat, it feels flat, but you believe it's round. Why do you believe the Earth is round?
Because I have personal experience that would prove to me that the Earth is round.
Oh, you have personal experience. What happened? Did you go up?
Did he go to space? Did he go to space?
To the fucking moon? Is that how you figured it out?
Exactly. I flew up into space and I looked down on Earth.
Wait, really? He was like, I'm not sure if the Earth is round or not until he went to space. Also, Bezos' rocket barely doesn't go to space. They don't go high enough. If you don't orbit, you're not in space. That's my personal opinion. If you don't hit orbit, you're not in space. My family and the community I was born into are that stupid. Stupidity is way more normal than it should be. Yeah, I know. See, the number one thing about humans is that they're social animals. So they're constantly looking at what other people are doing and reacting. And then they change their reaction to conform with what people around them are doing. It's just a natural thing that we do because we're social animals. We grew up in small hunter-gatherer bands. And if you were ostracized by your community, it was a death sentence. So you're always gonna, in a situation where you're with other human beings and there's like a social situation, you're going to moderate yourself to be more in line with the group, unless you're a freak like me, which I don't give a shit what you think. And I will try to, you know, basically, I'm an agitator. I will say what I think and let you deal with it. Thank goodness we have you, Mike. There seems to be more of them honest people like you online. You deserve 30K average watching you, not these fake I mean, you know, I'm focused on a very specific audience of people that want to watch politics, right? Like if I want more people to watch me, then I have to do more stuff that's not politics and then bring them into politics. I need more Mike fans, which if I want to have more Mike fans, I got to change some of the things about myself. I mean, that's just the reality. Like, that's all. Mike fans, fuck you, Stinkfoot. All right, let's keep going.
Yeah, that's crazy. Okay, you don't have.
I got excited. I thought that was a bunch of gifted subs for me, but it was actually Hasan's. It was actually Hasan's gifted subs. Little Ron Kuntz, thanks for the prime. Like, that's really sad. I was looking at the screen in the chat, and Chatterino is like, I put our Chatterino over Hasan's, like half of Hasan's Chatterino, and he got a bunch of gifted subs, and I thought it was me. Feels bad. Whip off that shirt for starters, Mike. I don't have a self tanner like Andrew Tate does, so you know, I'll look like fucking Elon Musk at the yacht. You know what I mean? Calm like a Tom. Thanks for the 5 tier 1s.
Hey, listen, you don't have to concede on that point, but I think you and I both understand the importance of scientific, the importance of empirical evidence in that one, right? Or you know,
he's half black. Oh,
science.
Oh shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit.
I thought, wow, this guy. Wow.
I'm more the complexion of this Minecraft streamer.
Ruin the stream. We had a hot chick. Now you're here.
Is that what you thought?
Just chill out. Like,
it's
I don't want to argue.
So what's
back
up?
when I first started watching you, I thought you were grading, but now I think that now I think your content's compelling, and I'm a simp. Well, yeah. See, I'm a little bit abrasive. And IMCZ, Ariel, that's me. Thanks for continuing to give sub. Anonymous user, thanks for giving 10 subs. Appreciate you. You're the best. Wait. I missed that. I missed that. All right, we got to back it up.
That's crazy. Okay, you don't have to. Hey, listen, you don't have to concede on that point, but I think you and I both understand the importance of scientific, the importance of empirical evidence in that one, right? Or you know, science.
I saw it there, and I thought, wow, this guy, wow, okay, he's gonna ruin the stream. We had a hot chick. Now you're here.
Is that what you thought?
Just chill out. Like,
so what's up? Is it a little bit more difficult when I'm not like the traditional like SJW looking person? Is that why it feels like the stream is a little bit more ruined?
No, it's not difficult. As a professional, I'll tell you the conversation we just had.
Yeah, dude, you've been kicked in the face and stuff. Like, I'm sure you can handle little old me.
Exactly. So I'll tell you as a professional the conversation we just had. I said I am biased and I don't believe women can drive. That's my personal experience. I don't care if anyone agrees. You came along and said, don't interrupt me. You came along and said, no, that's not true because of the evidence. I came and said, I don't care about the evidence, my personal experience. You said, I also have personal experiences and we're all biased. I agreed. Then you said, even if I had personal experiences that said X, I would ignore them because the internet told me to believe Y. I believe what I'm told.
That's not what I said. I said that regardless of my own personal biases that I might have, evidence is still
Mr.
more.
Murphy, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. You're the best, dude. Holy shit. Mr. Murphy chat is, let's go ahead and get some oils in the chat. Bended knees, some oils. Don't interrupt me. Well, he just said Hasan said something he didn't say. So you're going to get interrupted if you characterize someone's views as something that's not their views, they're going to interrupt you. So don't waste your time characterizing someone's views who's sitting right there. If you want to know somebody's views, you ask them. You don't need to characterize their views in a bullshit way. This is debate bro bitch move number 1. This is also one of the Pepe Law's biggest move. This is the Pepe Law's move. The Pepe Law's move is to make some sort of ridiculous straw man of your position, and then you have to spend your time saying, I didn't say that, and you have to like stop the fucking conversation, correct them, then they go back and straw man you again, and you get in a fucking circle of dipshittery. That's the Pepe Law's biggest move.
More important than my personal biases.
when you guys are both talking at once, you
And
can't
it's
hear anything.
boring, and you've lost, and it's boring. So let's just move on to the next subject.
Is
'cause it's
is that what happens? You just say I'm boring and I lost, and then you win. Is that what it is?
Do a poll in the chat, and if you won, then we'll continue to talk it. But I'm sure you've lost, and it's boring.
Okay.
And it's
Do you want me to leave the conversation that desperately, Andrew? It seems like you're running away a little bit.
No, we're just
Crazy
going
part is
in a
apparently
never-ending circle.
Aiden
Like,
pays
we-
Okay,
Tate
yeah, we can move
300K
on.
per appearance on his stream. I thought Tate was rich. 300K? That's not a lot of money. I thought Tate was like some super billionaire making 5 million a fucking, you know, like why does he need 300,000? That seems like nickel and dime shit for a rich guy.
From that, we can move on from the importance of science and Andrew's personal biases. Andrew, can you tell me a little bit about the Hustlers University, whatever that is? Not in a promotional capacity. I know that like you're doing the rounds on Twitch, and I know that that's probably giving you a big boost. But I want to understand, you know, because you are a businessman. I want to understand how you generate revenue. Is it okay to get this information for free, or do I have to pay $50 and then maybe get an affiliate link and get other people to also join so I can make a 10% cut off of them also joining Hustlers University?
You can find everything on the website, and you can join if you want more information. That's fine.
So you don't want
Anything
to share this information for free right
He
now.
said
You don't
he's
wanna
the
educate
world's
me on
first
that.
trillionaire.
I want to sit here and spend the next hour
That's
you
all
trying to
people say,
accuse me of some bullshit.
I'm not.
It's
I'm not. I'm here to learn. Andrew, you are a brilliant mind.
I'm sure
Maybe
as
a little
smart as you
rattled,
are.
maybe a little rattled from the numerous concussions, but brilliant nonetheless. So I want to hear more about your business strategy, if possible.
It's actually quite interesting that people who are too scared to get in the ring try and make fun of people who have bravery to try and make fun of
No,
them.
I do think it's very
brave.
brave. I do think it's very brave.
Oh, all right. So let's.
I think it's brave, but you get damaged. That's why it takes bravery, because you get damaged. And a lot of people are like, I appreciate my mind, and I don't want to have my brain jostled inside my fucking skull. I don't want to rattle my brain around like buttons in a jar. You know what I mean? So yeah, I don't want to get punched a lot. And I've boxed before. I played ice hockey, so I'm CTE junior, okay? But you know, I don't think it's like, wow, you're so cool because you did that. Who gives a shit? Who gives a fuck? Doesn't mean anything. Urban Heat, thanks for the tier 3. It's not a real fight. It's a sporting event. The only thing is that Hasan was way quieter than Tate on the Fortniter stream, so they both talk. The viewers only hear Tate. Jesus Christ. Fucking. Alright, this is pretty funny. What is the shape of the earth?
This is an absolute gold mine.
Let's not detract the
KEKW.
bravery of men who do things you're afraid to do. That's the first thing. The
No.
second thing-
You are absolutely incredibly brave. You still might have CTE, but you are incredibly brave. I appreciate it.
I mean, whatever. It's fine. The point I'm trying to make is, I know you want to sit here and talk about hate you and try and break it down, and you've prepared a bunch of notes, etc.
I have no notes whatsoever. I'm a dumbass. I don't know anything I'm talking about. I'm simply here to learn from you.
Yo, can we stop with the sarcastic shit and just have an actual
No, I'm
conversation?
literally, but that's the
Bro,
truth.
you're being so sarcastic though. Like, why are you being so sarcastic? Like,
I'm
let's
not.
have a
Why is this guy defending Tate? What the fuck? Who is this simp? Who is this guy? Jesus Christ.
I'm literally.
Bro, you just said
come
like 10
on.
things that were
Come on. I'm asking questions.
Yeah, but you're
Hasan,
being sarcastic. Like, listen.
Hasan, please. It's pretty clear that I was the better Hasan. So
Yeah, that's agreed. I agree with that one. That's for sure.
if you could just get out the call, maybe it would fix the stream.
I think so. It's
Would you
boring,
guys,
man.
if you guys would like me to leave the call, I can do that. I don't want to be. I don't want to be rude.
I gotta get back to work.
I do not want to be rude, boys. You know, this is your stream. Andrew, I'd love to talk to you in more detail if you'd like to. I hope that one day you can educate me on your revenue strategies. I mean, it does look a little bad though if you feel as though I should leave the call because you feel like I'm overpowering you a little bit.
You should stay on the call, but I think you should be more socially aware.
I gotta be honest with you, chat. When you make millions of dollars from streaming, you don't get any more like, oh yeah, I could just like promote Ponzi schemes and scams. Whoops. You know, that's not, I don't give a shit if you're 18 and you're promoting Ponzi schemes. You're a fucking scum at that point. I don't give a shit. You don't need it. You don't need it to survive. You're wealthy. You're doing fine. You don't need to be a piece of shit on top of everything else. You don't need to scam your audience.
Is that a bad question?
I make a fraction of what these people make, and I would never scam my audience. The only thing I do is ask you to subscribe, give bits, donate, and subscribe to Jacobin Magazine. All right? All those things, you know exactly what you're getting. I'm not promising you some sort of magic bean. You're supporting me if you like me. That's it. Jacobin Magazine is a great magazine if you want to have a socialist perspective. News quarterly. You know exactly what you get. That's why you don't have a Bugatti. Wow, Chad, I have a Bugatti now. Well, Andrew Tate doesn't think women are good drivers, so the odds of him taking that Bugatti and putting it into a brick fucking wall are probably pretty high, huh? Just statistically higher than a woman doing it. That's what I meant. Statistically higher than a woman doing it.
Not educate thousands of young men about your business strategies? I want to know more.
Okay, I want you to be more socially aware and understand that since you've joined the stream, everyone's begging for you to leave. The vibe's down. It's boring. It's late at night for me. I came here to have fun. You're being boring. No one thinks you're cool. No one thinks you're intelligent. No one thinks you're funny.
I don't think I'm cool or intelligent. I just have questions and you're not answering them for some reason.
No,
why are we derailing?
I don't have to answer your questions. You're not the police. I don't have to answer your
No, not at all. No, I am not the UK police nor the Romanian one. I'm simply asking you questions about...
Anybody who's like, yeah, I moved to Romania and I'm a multimillionaire is a criminal. Probably a sex criminal. Like, you're doing something sus as fuck. You're trying to avoid being able within law enforcement reach for white-collar crime.
Your business strategy, which you literally educate people on. I just want to know how you fucking how you do growth and revenue.
He said he moved there because the rape laws aren't as strict. I'm gonna need a clip. Before I take that as truth, I'm gonna need a clip. That's like defamation level thing. Like, you know, you got to give me a clip if you're gonna post shit like that. Like, come on, man.
Why can't I be a hustler? I want to be a hustler like you. I want to be a top G, a top bloke, a proper bloke.
You can find out more on the website. I would like the stream to get fun again. If you want to discuss this,
you don't think your educational content is fun for people to consume?
I think everyone's saying kick him. Read the chat. Have you guys read the chat on your stream?
You want me to leave that bad? I'll. If you want me to leave that bad, I'll leave.
You're just being. I mean, listen. I'm just a messenger. But you're just kind of like being sarcastic, making.
I'm not. I'm literally not. I promise.
All right, somebody just linked me. Why he left for Romania? We gotta take a break of the debate for this. Hold on.
Right now, I currently live in Romania, and everyone goes, "Why Romania? Are you Romanian, or is your family Romanian?"
Let's talk about that real quick. I know they're gonna ask, "Oh, Andrew, why are you guys in Romania?" Can you tell? Well, what's safe for YouTube, I guess.
Yeah. I was in England. I got tired of England. I had to decide to move somewhere, and I'd fought in Romania a few times. And I decided to go to. In fact, I'll tell you this whole story. All right, let me tell you the whole story. Let me tell out in public.
Let's go down memory lane.
Let's go down. Let me give out all my world secrets because I'm on my biggest podcast yet, so I might as well tell all my secrets. Right?
There you go.
So. This is a long story, right? So I had the webcam business. So a lot of people are very curious about how the webcam business worked. So basically, I was sitting there after I retired from fighting, and I thought, I need to get rich today. So I'm Googling up and I'm researching, like, what is money? How does the central bank? Because I thought, if I want money.
I was Googling how to get rich. Jesus Christ. Business genius.
The first thing I need to do is understand what money is.
Right.
Most people don't know what money is.
Facts.
Right? How does money work? How does a bank work? Where does money come from? So I started like, just going down the rabbit hole. And the more I learned about money, the more mad I got. Because I realized it's trash and fiat ain't real. And they just bring it from the sky. So I'm like, not only is it garbage, I don't have any. I don't have any garbage. What? So I was
okay, this is too long. This is too fucking long. I can't listen to this fucking dipshit.
Romania, because in Eastern Europe, none of this garbage flies. If you're going to go to the police and say he raped me back in 1988, they're going to say we should have done something about it then. If you go to the police and say he raped me yesterday, say, okay, if you got physical evidence, or is there CCTV proof? Where'd it happen? Okay, let's go interview him right now. And if it wasn't really rape, I'd say, we went to the club, we got drunk, she agreed to go back to my house, we started having sex, and then we carried on having sex, and then we had sex, and she didn't say anything wrong, and then she texted me afterwards, and I didn't text back, and now she's saying I raped her. The police would be like, okay, she's an idiot, bye. But no, not in the West. In the West, you can tell them that exact story, you're still fucked. You're fucked in the West. When people say, why did you live in Romania? And I explain my 5 reasons. One of them is the Me Too era. They go, oh, well, you're a rapist. I say, no, I'm not a fucking rapist. But I like the idea of being able to just say, to do what I want. I like being free. And if you're a man living in England or Germany or America or any of the Western world right now, you've decided to live in a country where any woman, any ex, any fucking bitch who works at Greg's who you bought a pasty from, at some point in the future can destroy your life. This Me Too era bullshit has not protected women. It's just destroyed the safety of men.
Doggy tater tots.
Wow. He's scared of his safety? This is part of my larger theory on conservative men, which are they are just racked with fear. Fear, 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 fear. Every word is fear. Every word is some hypothetical bullshit. Ridiculous invented scenario. Hypothetical scenario, and that justifies their fucking terrible behavior off of some hypothetical fear they made up. You got spooked when Hasan said he wasn't the UK police? Yeah. Uh-oh.
I swear to Allah that I want to know.
What you were just saying wasn't sarcastic. You can't even convince me that.
None of what I have mentioned is sarcastic. I truly would like to know more.
85% kick. 85%. No one thinks you're funny or interesting or witty. Your little comebacks, no one's interested in them. You haven't won anything.
It's okay. It's okay. Andrew, if you want, we can have a conversation again.
Why is he running away from Hasan? I mean, he got his ass beat in the debate, but this is embarrassing. See, this is how you lose debates. By getting up in your feels and then running away. If Tate just held frame, you know, he should know this. I thought he was an alpha male.
Conversation again in the future if you'd like. If you're brave enough, I guess.
HU has an affiliate program for some people if they want to affiliate, like everything else in the world. We have over 100,000 students.
Fundamentals, crypto and NFTs, investing in real estate, freelancing and copy, Amazon FBA, and ecom. This is dog shit. Every single one of these things are fucking disgusting. Affiliate marketing. It's a Ponzi, dude. This is what a modern successful Ponzi looks like, is you mix up some financial ideas. Maybe there's some percentage of it that is a business, but 90% of it is this affiliate MLM crap. The FBA, the Amazon FBA shit is stepped on now. Like, this doesn't make any money anymore. This was like a thing that people could do like 3 or 4 years ago. You could drop ship, you could like resale things, but that doesn't work anymore. It's totally stepped on. Investing in real estate, there's no fucking way Andrew Tate is giving you some sort of statistically valuable model. And no one's making money in the stock market over the last year because it was a bear. It was a bear market. Now, if you bought anytime in the last 10 years, it was a fucking unrestrained bull market because the Federal Reserve was pumping shit, was throwing money in. So yeah, if you have a bunch of capital, you can make more capital off of that. Good job. Crypto and NFTs. NFTs have lost 85% of their fucking value. Like, what is this from? Oh, I'm sorry. I was wrong, Chad. I was wrong. I'm sorry. I apologize. NFTs have lost 90% of their value. I said 85. It was 90. Sorry for the misinformation. Fundamentals. Get the fuck out of here. Freelancing and copy? You mean freelance what? Write articles? You'll make $50 maybe if you could even get a deal. This is absolute dog shit advice.
Andrew Tate's mansion being raided. Andrew Tate's mansion being raided.
Oh, Jesus Christ, dude. Police raid MAGA king of toxic masculinity and human trafficking investigation. The raid was prompted by reports that an American woman had been abducted. Romanian police raided the home of a prominent pro-Trump online personality, Andrew Tate, as part of a month of a human trafficking investigation, bringing new attention to Tate's ties to leading figures in the American MAGA movement. As a kickboxer and vocal Trump supporter. You're from fucking UK, mate! I find it so funny when foreigners make big money by being involved in American politics. I'm a big Trump supporter. Shut the fuck up. On the social media, Tate portrayed himself as a wealthy cigar-smoking playboy, prompting one admirer to dub him the king of toxic masculinity. He was booted off the British version of Big Brother over a video of him hitting a woman with a belt. They're a Romania-based business that used webcam models to trick men into sending the brothers tens of thousands of dollars. On his YouTube channel, Andrew Tate said 40% of the reason he moved to Romania was because Romanian police were less likely to pursue sexual assault allegations. Future January 6th protest organizer Ali Alexander. Oh, Jesus Christ. While Cernovich, oh my God. While Cernovich built his name online by making false human trafficking claims about a Washington pizzeria, The Tates may soon be accused of genuine human trafficking. In a statement provided to the Daily Beast, Romania's Directorate for Investigating Organized Crime and Terrorism said the raid on the Tate's house was part of an investigation that began after a woman who was reported to be held at the house against her will. As the probe continued, it escalated to include crimes of human trafficking and rape. So I love how he's like alt-right conservative, but he's basically running as a pimp and a scam artist. Oh, did I close the thing by accident? Fuck. Oh, no, here it is.
Students making more than they invest each month. If they didn't make more than they invest, they wouldn't sign up. One of the most successful online educational platforms in history.
Are there multiple layers?
Learn how to make some money yourself. If you want to join and have more information, it's all on corporatate.com. You can find out yourself. If you're too cheap to pay $50, then you're a brokey. Nobody gives a shit what you think anyway. You've ruined the stream. Everyone wants you out of it. So either change tune and get with the program and be fun, or keep sitting here and talking sarcastic and really slowly and repeating yourself and talking about how you only believe what you see on the internet because no one really gives a fuck and it's boring. So let's move on to something fun. Let's get the tempo up. I've just told you about HU. We do have an affiliate program. You can find out more on corporatate.com.
Yeah. It is. So, okay. So it is a multi-level marketing scheme. Got it. I just wanted to figure out if it was truly a pyramid scheme. It would be.
Multi-level marketing is a business model that involves unsalaried hierarchical sales teams selling products directly to customers in conjunction with recruiting additional company sales representatives.
Inappropriate of me to assume that it's a pyramid scheme without having you explain it in such terms. But thank you. All right. Whatever you guys want to talk about, I'm game.
You're welcome to affiliate anytime you like, friend. There's no problem.
Yeah.
All right. So let's move on because this dude he's lame, my friend.
Shane, thank you for the second. Okay, say something new then, you whiny bitch. God damn it. How do people like this guy?
I appreciate you coming on. We're going to bring in another guest, though.
All right. Peace, boys. Have fun. Andrew, I'm always open to talk to you, my friend, if you would like to.
We'll have another conversation.
Thank you, my friend.
Have a good night.
That was bullshit. I've never seen a man act so hysterical. I thought he was such a fucking big boy. What happened? That's crazy. What happened there? How are you gonna fucking talk so much shit and then cry like a baby? My man was in his fifis on that one. That was Andrew Tate. That's not good, brother. How hard are they dick riding him on stream right now? Let's hear. Oh man, wasn't that guy so fucking boring, right?
And then he thinks he caught me somehow, but really he just killed the vibe. I would have loved to argue with him, but he was so boring.
I'm not even lying. I'm not trying to this is gonna come off extremely dick riding, bro. But he had the same point 5 times in a row, bro.
Because he never fucking refuted the point, you dummy. This is how conversations work, or disagreements, or discussions, or debates. You raise a point, they have to deal with that point. Tate was defeated, and by the way, Hasan made multiple different points and used multiple different analogies and explained things in a variety of different ways. He was the dummy. He was the boring one because he couldn't deal with it.
Boring.
Yeah, bro. I
had no clue what y'all were talking about. I'm gonna be honest.
Bro, that is, dude, come on, brother. That is so funny. That is dick riding, homie. That is what you're doing. God damn, dude. Slobbing on it too. Now I know Andrew's never gonna fucking talk to me though. Unfortunately, I think we definitely gassed that opportunity there. There ain't no fucking way that Andrew comes out of that looking.
Hasan won from this. He won over all these other Fortnite people, or he's gonna win. Like, why would anybody if you're a Tate fan, why would you watch that Fortnite streamer now? He sat there like a lump on the log doing nothing. Like you're not gonna go, oh, I'm gonna watch this guy now. It was a zero.
Like the bigger man, okay? That's what fucking happens when you actually get a little bit of pushback. To all you motherfuckers who are worried about aggressively about oh no, you're not gonna be able to have that combo with them. Tater Tot can't handle the fucking heat, dude. A little bit of pushback. I wasn't even that aggressive. I truly wanted to understand where the fuck he was coming from. He said, he kept repeating the same points. I'm like, what do you want me to do? If the fucking other person, if the interlocutor doesn't comprehend what you're saying, you gotta fucking repeat yourself, right? By the way, that is echo chamber shit. That is 100% echo chamber shit, for the record. There is nothing more fucking hugboxy and beta than fucking crying about it to the two people that you are literally that are favorable to your point of view and literally fucking saying oh, he was just lame. Otherwise I could have handled him. That's crazy to me. I asked one question about him fucking about whether he has a multi-level marketing scheme or not. And he literally was like, please kick him. Please kick him. Dude, it is kind of fucking nefarious though that he's like running after everyone with like really impressionable and young audiences without any fucking pushback whatsoever. And that shit does suck. There's a difference between Aiden Ross platforming Andrew Tate versus XQC debating Andrew Tate versus Andrew Tate going on Bucky or whatever the fuck's show and getting hug boxed the entire fucking time, getting his dick rode extra hard.
Yeah, this is really bad. Yeah, if impressionable young audiences are being pushed to the guys like this, that's very bad. Gen Z will not be okay.
My man literally had to cool down, take off the headset, and just like, you know, take a fucking deep breath. He was like, I've made my points, and now it's time for my piece. I need a sparkling water. Of course he buckles like this, and his fucking frame shatters because he's talking to a fucking adult and not like a bunch of kids who've seen him on TikTok and like him because they think he's fucking cool because they fall for the dumbass fake confidence act that he puts together. So the first time he has like someone who's 30 plus, he's like, oh, get out. You're ruining the vibes. You're ruining the vibes. Yeah, get fucked, Andrew Tate. Come the fuck on, bro. I would love, and he can't make fun of my looks either. So I would love to fucking have that convo with him. I would love to continue having that conversation with him. Now, XQC, I think, did a decent job, but a lot of those people don't respond to that. A lot of those people don't respond to commentary. They also need someone who's like also exuding alpha masculine energy or whatever the fuck, because they're looking at shapes and colors. They're not looking at like what you're fucking saying. And I think XQC did a good job.
And I think Hasan's definitely right about that. Hasan's definitely right about the shapes and colors thing. That's actually the most important element of right-wing propaganda. It's why they have people like Fox News. Like, it's all shapes, it's all colors, it's all swirling, spinning things. That's what they do.
By the way, he literally begged the chat to do a fucking poll to kick me. That's so sad. Here's the ending. All right, let's take a look.
Your little autistic mate with the statistics, that fucking geek. I sat here, wasted 3 hours of my life, and at the end, I would have told you how to get the beautiful woman from Iowa, and you fucked it up like a fucking pussy. And now, the only appropriate response from me.
He said I'm autistic? What? Is he talking about the other dude? The one before me. His fucking statistics. For those of you who are wondering, good advice you can get on the internet from people who aren't fucking weirdo losers who portray themselves as like incredibly confident men. I wear everything on my sleeve, okay? I'm honest all the time. I tell you when I'm insecure about things, which is probably a problem because a lot of people on the internet like to use that against you. I get emotional in certain moments, which is probably not great because when you get emotional, look like you lost the debate like Andrew Tate did earlier today. But ultimately, you know, this is supposed to be a place for positivity and learning, education, and entertainment, okay? Everything that you have seen out of the left on the internet oftentimes is exaggerated. You see like YouTube videos, like SJW's own compilations, right? You see all these different things like where, oh, leftists are looking hysterical. No, I yell at the left all the fucking time when they're like, no jokes are allowed. I think jokes are important. I think you can and should make jokes from time to time. I also think self-improvement is really important. I think that there are a lot of people who don't have positive role models in their lives. I do believe that there are a lot of people out there who need desperately for positive role models. And I think that people lose sight of progress and the importance of progress when they end up getting lost in the sauce on the internet with all these fucking grifters taking advantage of not having any like adequate rudder or any adequate guidance. Okay? Sometimes you might disagree with me, and that's okay. Sometimes you might be one of these fucking weirdos that's a 21-month subscriber, for example, who will put a tweet out there and be like, how do you feel about this? And it says, Hasan, you're getting a little fat, buddy. You should ask Tate for workout advice. If you're a 21-month subscriber like that, who is personally so fucking weird that they are. First of all, I've lost a fuckload of weight, my friend. Don't worry about that. I was very fat though because of COVID, and it happens to everyone. Happened to a lot of people, but that is actually important. That's a part of self-improvement. That's the same journey that I talk about all the time. Shout out, I saw Hasan at TwitchCon. He looked good. Thank you, Knut. Shit happened to me. I can't shake it, brother. You can shake it. I promise. Dream, maybe women are so incredibly attracted to his top G energy that they wreck every time they're in the car with him. You're falling off, to be honest. By the way, here's my Twitch Prime affiliate link. Subscribe for more top G energy if you're not a beta male. Lemafayao.
Thank you, Dream. Thank you, Dream, for giving me some fucking faith in
Bro, he literally
again.
said it doesn't matter.
Jesus.
I didn't like you much, but you literally manhandled the tater tots. You got my respect now. Thanks. Tate didn't know what hit him. He thought he could just streamroll you, but then he realized you know his tactics. So he then resorted to saying, "This is boring. Chill out." Taking his headphones off mid-debate. Look at chat. They want to kick you, and you're ruining the vibe. That's exactly what happened. I want to see what if there's anyone who actually had their minds changed. I want to see some fucking tater tots. You know what I mean? Did tater tots actually have like an attitude shift in that circumstance? And also, more importantly than that, I wonder if fucking LSF is gonna side with Andrew Tate.
If you're spending money on internet, how to get laid courses, you're gonna die a virgin. I mean, obviously. What about Bugatti? A confident version. Nice. Are you watching the stream unsubbed? You're making income inequality worse. You are doing anti-praxis. We are the only Twitch stream that will not accept scam advertisers, and I will never fuck you over by selling you crap.